Hey, Bushcraft family, back again with a video for this week. As you may have known, I have not been feeling too hot. I feel a little bit better today. I've been drinking my homebrew tea that I mix a few things together, and it seems to be doing the trick. Plus, Trent, I know this sounds weird, but I try to get my temperature up so the things that your body does to fight viruses and things does its job. So it seems to work. I got up and got moving around pretty good today, and still a little bit sore. Still drinking my tea and stuff. So you may see me drinking quite a bit of this during the video and whatnot. One thing that I've been seeing a lot of videos about farmers plowing their crops under and stuff like that. So I want to do a little bit more digging in it, and I found a lot of stuff out. And it's just not crops. Um, okay, let's go back to last year, March, or not March, yeah, March, when everything was shut down. Well, only essential workers were supposed to be working and stuff like that. So only factories and things like that, important things like food, to where we get food and stuff. Well, um, one of the things that hurt the supply chain was the good old FDA. Um, Now, they have to approve food that gets put on our shelves and things at the grocery store. So I found it funny that all these other plants and everything were pumping out stuff to feed everybody at home. Well, the FDA that approves food to go out and whatnot was not seeing anybody. So a lot of places like dairy farmers and stuff, they just they had no choice but to dump their milk because they couldn't get it approved, so they couldn't sell it. So they were out money and stuff like that. So um, this went on for almost a month. It was a little over 3 weeks before um, somebody said, "Hey, you guys got to get to work because there's no food coming out and stuff like that." And finally, they started approving things and like milk and eggs, meat, produce, and things like that that needs that FDA approval. But by then, we were already seeing shortages and everything because we went through stockpiles and all that stuff. Now, fast forward until this year. So everything's supposed to be hunky dory and things like that. Well, no. The- I can't show you guys this because it's a government website. YouTube doesn't like you to post government websites on YouTube, so I have to explain it. Um, the FDA is way backed up, and this is your food, drugs that you need for certain that needs to get approved and things like that. Um, Eggs, meat, all this stuff. They are so backed up that to get approved, it can take long, long, long times. And so farmers, yes, they are plowing their crops, even though the media says no, that was just a hoax. Which the TikTok video where the dude was showing uh, his his letter and stuff like that, that was a hoax. Things like that just ruin things for other for knowing things, knowledge and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm still like a little loopy and trying to get things out. You get somebody that starts posting false news and things like that, and then it puts a bad name on for everything that sounds like a conspiracy is false now, or things like that. So it's a hard for people to believe the stories that are out there. I 100% agree. That's why I always tell everybody, go out there and investigate the stuff yourself. If it doesn't sound 100%, go check it out yourself. That's what I do. I'll spend hours digging through websites and PDF files and all kinds of different things. So back to the story. Anyways, they are getting paid. It's not as much than if they took it to market. And the thing is, a lot of times they can't take it to what they're saying is like restaurants. The biggest majority of food goes to restaurants, hospitals, schools, and things like that. So instead of trying to taking it to a place to repackage it, they are just taking the money from the government and just plowing in their their crops and stuff. And this is also happening to milk. Last year alone was 37 million gallons, I think it was, of milk that was dumped, and it's well over that this year. And if you go to some stores, you see hardly any milk products. Cheese is way low, things like that. And this is the reason why our system is so screwed up right now. It starts with one little section. We can go over to the coast, where these ships come in to get docked. I reported this like way back in January and February. These were sitting there for 2 months to get unloaded. And if somebody's got produce, like different types of produce, a lot of it's going to be it's trash basically. And if they run out of fuel for the freezers that are bringing the meat over, they'll lose all that meat. And the list just goes on. Truck drivers, there's hardly any truck drivers, and now with the mandates, there a lot of them will walk, even though everybody says that they can't agree on anything. That they've tried to do walk-offs and everything before, and nothing has stuck. But these mandates where they have to get juiced or not, a lot of them said they will walk, and I know they say this, and majority of them may just walk. Some of them will just go ahead and get juiced because they have to feed their families. So we're looking at this stuff, and there is it's messed up everywhere you look. From the government not opening the approval process for the meats and stuff, and the cheese and the milk and the eggs, to not be able to unload, and then trucks sitting there because they can't get stuff off the docks, and it's just, and then you have nobody working because the government is paying these people to sit home instead of going out and working. I know it's real tempting to get that big paycheck and then having to go to work and get a fraction of that. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there doing it. They're actually working instead of collecting that check. That way, they do their part as, you know, a good American, a good human. Um, but yeah, let me go and switch this real quick so we can look at a couple articles here, and these are old, but it still means the same thing. It's still going on. Let me switch this around. Dairy farmers are dumping millions of gallons of milk. This could make it stop. Yeah, but it didn't. It was still going on. Okay, it was 3.7 million, not 37 million. Sorry, guys. But this is due to disruptions in the supply chain. And one thing that gets me is a lot of these farmers and um, dairy farmers and stuff like that. I'm talking about the big ones. I'm not talking about the mom and pops that are just barely going by or anything like that. I mean the big corporate ones that have thousands of acres of farmland or cows or whatever, and instead of those people right there, they rather take that money for the government than take that milk and give it to food banks. Yes, it has to be packaged and things for them, but I mean, at least give half of it and then go dump the rest somewhere like you usually do. But it just it makes no sense to me why we're wasting all this food when we need it. And this goes down to the grains for food for your animals and stuff like that. It's all the way down the line. And here's another article. Uh, um, what's with all the milk dumping? And there's a lot of it. Yeah, you may have seen videos or news of local dairy farmers having to dump the milk that they have worked diligently. Oh, I can't even talk. Um, Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this out. To produce this, unfortunately, situation is happening while dairy cases at retail stores are empty or limited quantities available for purchase. And there's all kinds of these stories. I know there are some stories out there that just I don't know where they get their information, but the milk, anything it does with milk, cheese, yogurt, evaporated milk, you're probably going to have some of that for a while because it is stockpiled with in cans and whatnot. But it's just a lot. And the thing is, it's just not milk. It's eggs. Um, Millions of eggs are just being broken and just plowed under or whatever they do it, make it into food or whatever. But there is so much waste going on because they can't figure out how to get it to the stores and stuff. And like I said, the FDA is so backed up right now. Anything that needs approval is on the back burner now. So shortages are not going to get any better until somebody figures out how to get this stuff from the farmers to the grocery store or food banks or things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here before my voice goes out completely. I just wanted to try to get out a video because you know how YouTube is. If you don't, there's sirens going off everywhere. If you don't stay constant, then you get dumped at the bottom of the algorithm, and it's so hard to get back. So I have to try to keep up, keep going. Um, and I want to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers for me to get better and everything. I'm getting better. Um, just it's just a little bit tough right now. Until next time, God bless.